Hello, everybody. Welcome to Speed Force Media. My name is Derek, and today we are talking about the multiple Batman Beyond movies that DC had in development. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of DC, Batman Beyond, then make sure to hit the subscribe button as it really does help support us and reach more listeners like you. Thanks so much. Let's get into it. So, new details have been reported and revealed regarding an animated Batman Beyond movie that was commissioned at DC and Warner Brothers back during the Walter Hamada era. This was a completely different project than the live-action Michael Keaton Batman Beyond project that they had in development that was unfortunately also canceled. Speaking on the Hot Mic podcast, insider Jeff Snyder discussed an animated Batman Beyond movie that DC once commissioned under the leadership of Walter Hamada, who served as DC Films president from 2018 to 2022. As of now, the project remains in development under DC Studios co-CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran, and none of the team has been told otherwise. However, Snyder clarified development could still be paused or canceled if it doesn't fit into the new regime's cohesive plans for the DCU franchise. This animated Batman Beyond movie, which was probably inspired somewhat by Into the Spider-Verse, was reportedly in development back in 2019. Now, we know that the live-action movie has been canceled, but what about this animated project? It says that the project remains in development, but it could still get canceled. It sounds a little bit like the Keanu Reeves Constantine 2 sequel that just recently, just a few months ago it seems like, was revealed was in development, and we haven't heard any news about it at all, other than the recent comments that Keanu Reeves said was that we just don't know if it's going to happen, whether or not it'll fit into the DCU or not. And that is a little bit of a bummer. But just because this DC animated movie might not happen doesn't mean that the DCU wouldn't still use Batman Beyond later down the road. All it would mean is that James Gunn does in fact have a plan for Batman Beyond, or at least has the idea or the beginning of idea for a plan for Batman Beyond. Unfortunately, it sounds like we will not get this animated movie if it doesn't fit into the DCU. And this film sounds like is already well enough into development that James Gunn and Peter Safran can look at it and recognize whether or not it's going to fit into their ideas. If it's going to be far enough into the future that they can adapt a lot of things and that they can give themselves a large enough creative playground to work with, not only in the Batman Beyond era future timeline, but also in the timeline of the beginning of the DCU, the Gods and Monsters era of the DCU. As long as they don't have to be held down to one another, then I think there's a good chance that this project could still happen. But James Gunn and Peter Safran have been very adamant about utilizing animation and even video games as a part of their DCU. They're going more Star Wars route, minus books and comics. But everything is going to be canon, and it sounds like James Gunn is going to be very serious, very picky about what animated projects even get greenlit, which is kind of surprising because DC has been known for their animated projects for, 2 decades now? You had the DC animated universe, you had the the Paul Dini, Bruce Timm animated universe. You've had the New 52 DC animated universe, the DC original showcase films, and who knows what the future for all of those straight-to-home video DC animated movies are going to be. Not to mention the Superman Man of Tomorrow verse animated movies. It'd be surprising if they still allow those type of straight-to-home video DC animated movies to happen, but they don't allow this Batman Beyond movie to happen, even if the plan was for it to be theatrical. If it's early enough in development that they could easily just put it on HBO Max. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, why don't they just label it DC Elseworlds? If it's already further enough in development, they could have even done that with the Michael Keaton Batman Beyond movie. Great question. Glad you asked. As of right now, that has been revealed to us. James Gunn and Peter Safran have only confirmed 3 Elseworld projects that are in development. And that, quote, the bar for an Elseworld's tale, this is James Gunn talking, the bar for an Elseworld's tale is going to be higher than the bar for something in the DCU. Not that we're not always going to have a higher bar, but it's got to be something extraordinary for us to tell that story outside our regular continuity and to spend the money on it to make it. So it has to be something so creative and so genius like Matt Reeves' The Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker, movies along those lines that are going to make close to $1 billion or 700 million plus, and something that is not going to in any way damage the story that James Gunn and Peter Safran want to tell across their 8 to 10 year plan. And if this film does not move forward, if it is canceled, Batman Beyond fans, honestly, I would not lose hope. I would take it as a sign that James Gunn is saying, no, we might have plans for that character, and this animated movie would hurt that idea, hurt that plan. But what do you guys think about this? Whatever you think, let us know in the comments below, as we always love to hear your thoughts and your perspectives on this, because we're not right. This is all just speculation. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a like, and until next time, have a great day.